Blast versus Elder Centipede. Probably the most popular off-panel fight in One Punch Man. Now, thankfully, we don't have many of these in this series, the way that there are many in other battle mangas. But there has been a misconception regarding this whole incident. And I'm no exception from this. I have been following this misconception pretty much the whole entire time. And that's mainly because I haven't done my due diligence on this subject, and it makes me feel like how many other misconceptions have I been following this whole entire time. Because every time I talk about Blast versus Elder Centipede, I probably bring this up. You've also probably seen this in the comments. So we're mainly just going to be talking about the whole Blast trying to capture Elder Centipede thing, because this is like the main component of the discussions and the debates regarding this topic. So unfortunately, this all came from an unofficial translation, or if you want to even say it's a mistranslation, considering that it's not the official, so we can't really regard it as canon, I suppose. So I'll also say that this unofficial translation is probably the more popular, since it's more accessible than actually having the volume and whatnot. So let's talk about the unofficial translation first. So in chapter 84, towards the end, when we see Bearded Worker talking to his colleague regarding the information that he relayed to King regarding Elder Centipede, he says, "In the past, Blast grievously wounded Elder Centipede in their battle, but failed to capture him, and he managed to escape underground." So this is it. This is where it all started. This also kind of put Blast more so on a pedestal than what he originally was on, because there are some people that say that, oh, Blast is weak because he couldn't defeat Elder Centipede, and that's kind of absurd. And then there's also the other people that compare Blast to Saitama, where it's like, well, Saitama took out Elder Centipede in one punch, and Blast couldn't even beat him. It's like, do we really need clarification that Blast isn't as strong as Saitama? No one is. It's kind of like the narrative of this series. But when people would say that he was weak, the counter argument would be, well, Blast was just trying to capture Elder Centipede. He wasn't trying to kill him. And that also brought up a whole bunch of other questions, like, why was Blast trying to capture Elder Centipede? Was it for his own personal agenda, or was it for the Hero Association, which would kind of conflict with Blast's morals overall? But now we could just lay all that to rest, because we're going to go over what was actually said in the official Viz translation. So it goes like this. Blast injured it gravely in the past, talking about Elder Centipede, but it managed to escape underground. That's it. Nothing about capturing him. So that's kind of just out of the window now, that there's no longer this whole storyline where Blast was trying to capture Elder Centipede. It's just that he injured it gravely. That doesn't change. Blast is still a beast, so if you think that Blast is weak, whatever, you can, have your own opinion on that, that's fine, but it doesn't change this. He's still an absolute powerhouse, because in this chapter alone, we're seeing how insane Elder Centipede is. Not even Bang, Bomb, and Genos combined could really do anything to him besides crack his carapace. And we're seeing that Blast by himself gravely injured him and forced him to retreat. But I suppose this takes down Blast just a little bit on the scale. Just a tiny little bit. Simply because it's like there's no excuses here, or at least not that we're aware of. It's because he managed to escape underground, meaning that Blast wasn't able to finish the job. He didn't go after him for some reason. And I guess, I don't know. I don't know why. We don't know anything. This is all we know. But still, him gravely injuring him is pretty important. But I honestly feel this is less about descaling Blast, and it's more so about just adding depth to this whole little side story that we have here, because it's showing that Elder Centipede has motivation for coming back and going into the Monster Association, working with them, and trying to go and get his revenge for Blast. So this is the device that allowed us to have that. Because if Elder Centipede didn't escape, then he wouldn't be here. He would just be dead, and then we wouldn't have that aspect. But it's also showing us how powerful Blast could be, because he was able to solo Elder Centipede to the point of him retreating. So yeah, just a little video where I just wanted to clear this up / kind of debunk it, I guess. But also showing that I was spreading this misinformation myself, and I'm sorry for that. I will try to do better with these translations in the future, because I know that, a lot of people watch my videos, and I don't want to spread misinformation. That's not my intention. And also, let me just put out there, theories and stuff isn't necessarily doing that. I like to speculate and stuff, but if something is directly said, I won't try to dispute it. If it's on the page, it's on the page, just like what I'm doing here. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this. Now, I know most of you who own the volumes already knew about this, so, you know, it's just more so me catching up myself and to everyone else who probably doesn't own the volumes. And also, this is very far from the last Blast video I'm going to make. I love Blast. I think he's super interesting, and I think most of you guys think that too. So expect more Blast videos in the future. But if you like this one, please give it a like. I also have a Patreon. It gives you access to a weekly Q&A that I do, and if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.